Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Samantha. Thank you so much for joining me. So my hair has been in long-term protective styles from the beginning of this year. So New Year's Eve 2023, I had a set of box braids installed and I kept those in for about a couple of months, and then I took them out, washed and conditioned my hair, and then put this set in immediately afterwards. It is not something I normally do. I usually like to have a break between long-term protective styles, but there were a few reasons why I had to do that. I didn't really have much of a choice, I would say. But anyway, hey ho, here we are. I decided to take these out. I was really missing my hair, and my hair needed quite a bit of TLC, and my scalp also needed a bit of TLC, because you know you don't have that much access to your scalp when you've got long-term protective styles in. So I made an amazing Ayurvedic hair mask, which honestly, if you are struggling with hair growth, breakage, excessive shedding, and an irritated scalp, all those things, this mask is going to help you. So please watch the whole video so you know exactly what to do, and then you can make the mask for yourself. And there's something that I'm definitely going to be using on a regular basis. So to make the mask, our first ingredient is going to be fenugreek, also known as methi. Fenugreek is definitely one of my most favorite ingredients because it has incredible benefits, not just for the hair, but for the scalp as well. And we know we need to take care of our scalp if we want to have healthy hair. So fenugreek can help to stimulate growth, and it can also help hair to grow back in bald patches, and it can help to thicken up the hair by increasing the number of hair follicles on the scalp. Although this needs further research, but it has actually been shown to thicken the diameter of the hair, so the hair strand gets thicker over time. And it has incredible slip once you've wet it, so it can be a fantastic detangler, and it can also help to soothe an irritated scalp, treat dandruff, and it also helps to strengthen the hair because of the vitamins and iron in it, and also the little bit of protein that it has. The next ingredient is amla, also known as Indian gooseberry. So amla is going to give your hair and scalp a shot of vitamin C. That is the main thing about amla. And vitamin C, we know, can help to stimulate collagen formation. Amla can help to stimulate hair growth, and it can also help hair to grow back in bald patches, and it can also help to soothe an irritated scalp. So I'm using powder. If you've got whole fruits, I recommend that you pulverize it into a powder first, because the whole fruits themselves won't work for this recipe. And then my next ingredient is going to be brahmi, which I've used before on this channel loads of times because it is another favorite ingredient of mine. Brahmi will help to stimulate growth. It'll help to basically nourish the hair follicles and also stimulate hair regrowth in bald patches. So these ingredients are not only going to stimulate growth, they're going to help your hair to grow back if you've got bald patches over time. So brahmi, amazing. And then the next one is bhringraj. So bhringraj, some people actually call this the king of Ayurvedic herbs. So I think it is because it is one of the most potent Ayurvedic herbs that you've got out there, and it will help to stimulate growth. And when it comes to hair regrowth, this is one of the more potent herbs that can help to stimulate hair regrowth. So if you've got alopecia, definitely consider using bhringraj. Bhringraj will help to strengthen the hair follicles and therefore reduce shedding. Also, you won't have excessive shedding, which can happen over time. So although we can get a lot of slip from fenugreek, I want to add an oil because that will help to make the mask really nourishing, but also just to give it more slip. And I'm using extra virgin olive oil, but you can use any other penetrating oil like almond oil, jojoba oil, or even fractionated coconut oil. So the method is really simple. We are going to take a tablespoon of each of the herbs and we're going to put them into a container. It does need to be heat resistant to some extent because I'm going to add hot water. You can add warm water if you want, but just make sure if you're using a plastic container like I am that it's not going to melt once you add in your hot water. So as you saw there, I added 1 tablespoon of the fenugreek, 1 tablespoon of brahmi, 1 tablespoon of amla, and 1 tablespoon of the bringraj. And now I'm going to add 1 and about 3/4 cups of the hot water. So I'm adding freshly boiled water just because it helps to speed up the absorption of the water by the herbs, and that's what we want. We want the herbs to absorb all the water, or as much of the water as possible, and especially with the fenugreek, because that will help to thicken it up and also to expand. And fenugreek is really forming the base of your mask, so we do need it to absorb the liquid. So I'm not putting the oil in at this stage. I'm just going to cover up the container and then I'm going to leave all of this to infuse overnight. You can leave it for a few hours, about 6 hours or so, and that will be fine. But I prepared this at the end of the day and let it infuse overnight, and now you can see that it has really thickened up because that fenugreek has thickened up. But I'm still going to blend this to make sure that I get a really nice smooth mask. Amla can be a little bit gritty, so we're going to blend this even more into a much smoother paste, and then at the end of it we're going to strain it. And you do need to strain this to make sure you don't have any particles that might get stuck in your hair. Some people don't bother straining, and that's fine. You know, if that's you, absolutely go for it. But personally, I like to strain my masks so that they're easy to rinse off. So it ended up being a little bit too thick for my liking, so I just poured in a little bit of water to loosen it up, blended it into the consistency that I wanted, and then I strained it. So obviously, if you want your mask to be on the thicker side, you just add less water, or you can add a little bit more of the fenugreek powder. But if you want your mask to be on the runny side, then you just add more water. So it's really a personal preference, you know, how thick or how runny you want your mask to be. Personally, I'm really preferring the thicker mask these days because I just realized, one, they stick to the scalp better, they're not running down your face, and you know, I think it just gives more body to the mask that way. But as I said, it's a personal preference. So as you can see, I strained my mask using the end of a pair of ties. You can use anything. I recommend something that's finely woven to make sure that you catch all the particles and you get a nice smooth mask afterwards. So now that I've strained it, it is at this stage that I add the oil, and I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil and just mix it in really well. Obviously, oil is optional, so you don't have to add the oil. But if you want a mask that's going to have a lot of slip and also just to add to the nourishment, then I still recommend that you add an oil, a penetrating oil of your choice. And this is what we're left with. Absolutely beautiful. It looks smooth, it feels smooth, and the slip in this is just amazing. So I just made enough for one application, but you can make a batch and then freeze the rest. It lasts about a month in the freezer, but I just wanted a batch for a single application. So my hair still felt a bit moisturized because I've been moisturizing my hair while it's been a protective style. I didn't have to mist the hair or wet it at all. I just went straight in and applied the mask to the scalp and basically all over the hair to make sure that each and every strand was coated and to make sure that each and every inch of my scalp was coated with this goodness. So I'm just going to go around and apply throughout my hair, and then once I've done that, I'll come back and explain the next steps. So once I'd applied the mask throughout my hair, I covered it with a plastic bag and I left that to work for an hour. I would say with any Ayurvedic mask, leave it in for a minimum of 30 minutes for it to be effective. The longer you leave it in, the more effective it will be, of course, but not too long. I would say maximum 4 hours. So this is what my hair looks like. I didn't do anything other than just keep it on for an hour, and my hair felt so soft and absolutely amazing, and the slip in there was incredible. So I was able to run my fingers through so I could do a little bit of finger detangling, and you could see that my coils were popping. They had kind of bounced back. The moisture in this mask, honestly, my hair felt so moisturized already, and it just felt like butter. Absolutely beautiful. I really recommend that you use this mask. If you've never tried, this mask, anything, or this combination of ingredients, definitely give this a try, and I promise you, you will love it and your hair will thank you for it. So I went ahead and I rinsed it out with some lukewarm water. It came out really easily, and this is what my hair looks like after washing it out or rinsing it out. And honestly, the softness was on another level. The combination of fenugreek and amla really give the hair softness, but adding the olive oil really took it up a notch, and my hair felt amazing. It was bouncy, it was soft, really moisturized, and absolutely beautiful. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you do make the mask, and if you do, come back and let me know how you get on. A lot of people always look for feedback, and I look for feedback, and I would really appreciate it. So I will have another video for you real soon. But before I go, as always, I just want to thank my subscribers. You are amazing and I love you loads. So if you're watching this video and you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe, and also share the videos with friends and families on your socials, through WhatsApp, etc. So I will see you in my next video. Until then, take care, my lovelies. Take care for loved ones, and God bless. Bye for now.